Welcome to America's Heroes Group.
And welcome back to America's Heroes Group. This time with a Roundtable, Aspen Dental Care National Community Outreach. It's all about National Community Outreach. Today is Saturday, June 4th, 2022. June is LGBTQ Pride Month. You just heard our host, Kelley. I'm Sean Claiborne, the co-host, Army National Guard veteran. Our executive producer is Glenda Smith, and our digital media producer is Ivan Ortega of Scouts Honor Productions. And we have a panelist on today, Mr. Dr. Jere Gillan Jr., DMD, U.S. Air Force veteran and Aspen Dental practice owner with multiple offices in the Orlando, Florida area. They want to talk about something coming up that's really, really hot and really, really great because a lot of people want to get their teeth fixed, but unfortunately there's some things that are obstacles in the way. Coming up on June 11th is Dental Care Day in the Metropolitan Chicagoland area and also across the country. And Aspen Dental is doing something really, really great. So Dr. Gillan, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
So what's going on Saturday, June 11th? Tell us about that.
Saturday, June 11th is Aspen Dental's annual day of service, and it's our chance to break down barriers to care and give back to people in our community, especially our nation's veterans.
So is that free care going on at the Aspen Dental clinics? How does this work?
Absolutely 100% free care. We can do all kinds of procedures. We want to make sure if anybody's walking around out there and they are a veteran and they haven't seen a dentist for a long time, we want you to make an appointment. They are filling up fast and get in here. Let us take a look at you. Let us fix what's going on. If something's nagging or hurting, especially if it's hurting, we can take care of it that day and we'll get you fixed up right away.
So I want to make it clear, veterans all across the country, make sure you call Aspen Dental. We have a phone number you need to call. It's 1-844-277-3646. That's 1-844-277-3646 to make an appointment to see one of these great dentists at the Aspen Dental clinics across the country. So that way they can take care of you and it's all covered. It's all free. This is really amazing. So how long have you guys been doing this?
We've been doing this for about 9 years, 8 years, 9 years, something like that. I think in all total, we've probably donated about $23 million worth of dental care to our veterans since that time. So we've probably seen, probably 10,000, maybe 15,000 patients, veterans. As far as I know, we're a nationwide company with Aspen Dental branded practices all over the country. And usually, if you're a veteran and you can hear this program, there's an Aspen Dental within driving distance of you. Our offices, I'd say probably 98% of the Aspen Dentals across the country are open on this Saturday, June 11th, coming up for dental care like that. Call, make an appointment, go online, find out about us, come in, see us. We're ready for you.
And tell us the importance of dental care and why is it that it seems like whenever we talk about everything from Medicare to when we talk about even the VA benefits, we don't always talk about or include dental health care.
Yes, yeah, that's right. And it is unfortunate, veterans serve our country and, they fight every day for us and still fighting. When they get out, they get medical benefits and the Veterans Affairs, it supplies that. And that is an absolutely wonderful thing. But if they are not 100% disabled or if they have some kind of service-related mouth injury, then the veteran's not getting dental care. And what I see as a dentist, I own 8 offices. We see thousands and thousands of patients, in our practices every year. The biggest barrier that we found to dental care is money, and when bills are tight, your medical health is important to people, and usually they can get that fixed some way. But a lot of times dental care is overlooked, and that is unfortunate because if in my world, dental pain is probably one of the worst pains anybody can ever suffer. But it is so common, and it gets to people, and they just have to let it stay and linger and live with it until they can eventually find a way or a reason or their means to get into the dental office. So that's what we're here for. We're here to open up our doors. We love to give back. It's time for us, Aspen Dental as a company to come together, give back in our communities. We don't get many chances to do that each year, but on this day, our day of service, which is June 11th this year, boy, we open our doors and we open our arms and we open our hearts and our minds, and we are ready to take care of people and give back. And it makes us feel, you can't believe it. It really makes us feel great. All of our team members across the country.
And I really appreciate that. Now, the thing also, too, is when people get older, it seems like that's when you get a lot of your dental issues. People start wearing dentures and things like that. What are some things that people should be doing now in their younger years so they don't have to, they can preserve their teeth and not have to wear dentures or not have serious dental issues when they get older?
Yeah. Excellent question, or excellent point you bring up. Dentists and hygienists all across the entire world, I think, our main goal is to prevent issues for people. And how you prevent issues is by getting regular checkups, by catching something early. A lot of people they'll feel a tooth. They'll feel something going funny in their mouth, and then, like I said before, they ignore it because life is going on around them, and then eventually the problem becomes very expensive, or it becomes like a painful issue. How to avoid it truly is easy. Brush your teeth twice a day. A lot of people know that. Try to drink fluids like water. It has fluoride in it. It's good for your teeth. And then just make regular dental visits. It's not rocket science, but we know millions and millions of people have difficulty following that recommendation.
And one thing I noticed, too, that's really popular, people are getting all these dental surgeries where they're getting their teeth removed and putting in, I guess, implants. I'm assuming maybe you can talk more about that. I was curious about, especially people in Hollywood, people in media, they get their teeth replaced and they look like they're Hollywood stars now with these beautiful smiles. Is that becoming more common in the everyday world?
I think it's becoming more common only because, I think mostly because technology is getting to the point where we can say to somebody, look, these teeth are kind of hopeless teeth. We're sorry to break the bad news, but we have the ability to kind of give you what would be as close to your natural teeth as it is. That's what I mean. I think it's only becoming really more common because we are getting better at doing that kind of thing, where maybe 20 years ago it wasn't possible to give somebody that would last for a very long time and feel like real teeth. But there is absolutely no substitute for natural teeth, and I can tell you that right now. That's why we talk about prevention. If we can eliminate all these issues before they pop up, then you will enjoy your beautiful, wonderful teeth that work as better than anything we can produce as a dentist.
And are these places that do like same day services, like someone comes in and they have really bad teeth issues and they come out and then the very same day, I guess, with brand new teeth? Practices that promote that on these television commercials, is that realistic? Is that reputable?
I would say it's definitely reputable. There are many talented people out there, and like I said, the technology is there to be able to deliver that kind of a result in one day. Is it 100% guaranteed for everybody? Probably not. But I know it is possible. It is possible. But when we talk about the day of service, we wouldn't be talking about going that far maybe with somebody, but we definitely want to take care of any issue that's going on in your life. We want to fix your filling if it's broken or bothering you. We want to pull a painful tooth if it needs to be removed. A denture. A lot of our denture technicians will be in office as well on June 11th. And if you've got a cracked denture, if you got loose denture or whatever, I'm sure we can take care of that too.
So I was explaining to me this, and probably I'm getting all my dental questions to a real dentist today. So my question is this: is it better to use a regular toothbrush or these mechanical toothbrushes?
That's a great question. I can speak from my experience. I use a manual, and I guess the best way to put it is because for me it's just I've got a whole routine down. I'm an old man. I've done it 10,000, maybe 1,000,000 times brush my teeth. But I did use a mechanical toothbrush one time, and as soon as I got finished, it felt like I had just seen the hygienist.
Really?
Like my teeth got that clean from it.
Wow.
But either way, the point is removing plaque off of your teeth is a very good thing, whether you use a mechanical or a manual. If you're doing and giving the time that you need to get the plaque removed, then you're doing a good job.
Now, are we as a country getting a little more lazy with brushing our teeth than we used to be?
I I couldn't say. I really couldn't say. I think people can hear shows like this, or they talk to their dentist regularly. Twice a day is what we recommend. A lot of people will do it after each meal because they just can't stand the feeling of plaque staying on their teeth. I really couldn't say. I think some people are doing a good job, but then I know that I've seen some cases of folks walking in and their life is what it is, and they can't get to that point to where they're like, oh, my teeth are my priority right now. I need to take care of them.
So what are some of the other health risks? Because I always read about that if you don't take care of your teeth, that it can lead to other things, even some things like high blood pressure.
Yeah, there's a lot of studies out there that show what goes on in your oral cavity or what happens in your mouth will definitely affect your body. There are studies that will show you that it could cause heart issues, it could cause blood pressure issues, it could cause stomach issues. I can tell you just overall, the most common thing with dental issues I find is that once a tooth or something is going on, it becomes something all you can think about, and it really begins to affect your life, your personal life, your business, your work life, and people can't sleep, and that's a major factor for a lot of folks. You just feel miserable, Sean, and that's my point. You don't want to feel miserable. Nobody does. Your teeth can cause that for you.
Wow. And then another thing that we do a lot today, which wasn't as popular 20, 30 years ago, is that we have these teeth whiteners. And that's a big thing nowadays. So the teeth whiteners, are they good for your teeth, or can they erode your teeth? What's the real deal on that?
I think anything done in moderation will not hurt. Teeth whitening does work. It works very well. There's a whole scientific reason why it works. But I certainly wouldn't want anybody to overdo it like anything else. But yeah, they work, and I white my teeth from time to time. But it's a great way to get a brighter smile. But yeah, in moderation for sure.
Okay. Now I'm gonna pivot a little bit and go back to your military career. So you were in the Air Force, and so what types of things and skills did you pick up in the Air Force that translated into your professional practice as a dentist?
Yeah, great. Thank you for asking. I was in the Air Force for 11 years. I did 4 years active duty right when I got in, and I did 7 years in the reserve. And I flew on this airplane that you might see behind my shoulder here. It's a C-17. My job was great. I got to travel all over the world. I met many service members from all types of branches of the military. We transported cargo across the oceans and all around the world to deliver supplies or whatever was needed at the forward duty stations. But the main thing that we had core values, and I know a lot of service branches do have core values. Air Force was excellence in all we do, and I carry that to my dental practice. I make sure it's almost like a obsessive compulsive. I make sure that I'm doing the absolute best job that I can for anybody that is sitting in my chair or that is in my hands, essentially. My excellence is there every minute of every day that I'm doing something for somebody else. We have service before self, and this is where our whole day of service kind of comes in, and it rings true for me because we put the service before ourselves. We sacrifice our time. We sacrifice our families. We sacrifice, during the service time, I would travel overseas, sacrifice a lot to take care of people in this country and also to take care of our veterans for this day of service. What's that?
So I appreciate your service, and I think that's one of the things I hear a lot from veterans is that I think it takes a veteran to have that compassion and that level of care and pride in your work. Because coming out of the military, being mission focused, but also the people around you and doing your job correctly so that people around you are safe and are able to complete their missions is so critical. And that's always on the back of your mind. That's always what you get up for every day when you're in the military. And I think when you translate that to professional life, I think that's amazing. So on that note, when a person comes to see a dentist, what are some of the things that they should be looking for to make sure they have a quality dentist that's going to work in their mouth?
I would probably start with their experience right from making the appointment. Does the person on the other end of the phone, do Does it sound like they have a smile on their face when they're talking to you? When you get into the office, does it seem like a comforting and welcoming environment? My dentists and many Aspen dental dentists are some of the best dentists I think in the world. So I'm a little biased, but I train my dentists that maybe start working with me that look, the most important thing you can do is to build trust with the patient, and we always put the patient first when it comes to treatment planning. And I learned a long time ago, because some people can say, well, you just want to make money off of me or whatever it is. But right from the beginning of my career, it was if you do what's right for the patient at all times, the money will be there. That is not our primary focus. Our primary goal it's deliver patient care, high quality patient care to each and every individual that comes and sits in our chair. And so I would recommend anybody who's looking for a good dentist, hopefully you get that feeling from your dentist that you can trust them and that you are, being told what is true and what is right to best fit your needs and your situation.
Yeah, I can concur with that a lot, because I think a lot of times, even my experience recently with the dentist, I felt like I was being rushed, like through the process. Like, it's just like, okay, now let's get the appointment, let's do this, and I'm not even understanding what's going on. It's just, okay, let's get you in the chair, let's do this, let's get out of here. But so when you take that time to get to know your patient and take that time to develop that relationship, I think that's a beautiful thing. Now, this is on June 11th, Saturday, June 11th. This is going to be across the nation, so it's not just this in Florida. This is going to be free health care for any veteran across the United States. One more time, I give that number out again, and that's going to be to schedule an appointment, 1-844-277-3646. That's 1-844-277-3646. So call, make an appointment, talk to a dentist, make sure that you're getting taken care of. Ask good questions so that way they know how to help you the best. And then one other thing too, when you see someone come in, do you often when the person has like severe health, like dental issues or things like that, and you fix them, are they doing a good job of keeping their dental health up, or do you see people kind of lag behind or fall off the barrels, fall off the wagon, so to speak?
Yeah, we definitely encourage, and I don't want to say go after.
Looks like we froze up a little bit.
So
still there? Can you hear us? You froze up just for a few seconds. Go back and repeat that what you just said there.
Oh, we try to stay after people. Can you hear me, Sean?
I can hear you perfectly now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we want people to obviously maintain what they've invested in their mouth or taken care of. Money is one thing, but a lot of these people, they go through pain to get to a healthy point as well. Mm-hmm. And once they get to that healthy point, we really want them to stay healthy and keep in the preventative realm of their dental health care, so that we don't backtrack or fall back or have to do something different. But maintenance at home is absolutely paramount when it comes to having something last long after they've had a lot of work done.
And does mouthwash actually strengthen your teeth? I've been seeing that's some new thing now. It seems like that people are talking about, like, if they use mouthwash, that's going to make your teeth stronger.
I like mouthwash. I like fluoride. I like toothbrushes. I like anything that's going to keep the environment clean in there. Mm-hmm. And anything you can use like that's recommended by the ADA or has been a time-honored and true thing like a toothbrush and toothpaste. Please do that. It will benefit your life, I guarantee you.
So a lot of people are scared of going to the dentist because and I talk to people all the time that I never had like an issue, going to the dentist, things like that. But the thing of it is that what can you do to calm someone down who's nervous about going to the dentist?
Yeah, I think it's just reading the patient and kind of understanding that you have to adapt to the patient's needs instead of just being one way and going in like you said, Sean, and here's what you got and here's what we're going to do and go talk to the girl up front and we'll see you on Tuesday, that kind of thing. I think as long as you understand that people need to be handled in different manners, then it will help somebody be able to overcome their fear, overcome that huge barrier of going to a dentist or any medical professional for that matter, and the fear of getting something done. Nobody wants to be in pain. We know that. And we try our best to try to at least gently get them in the door so that we can address any needs and take care of any situation that they have.
And this is the question that came in from our online viewers. And also keep in mind, we're live streaming now on Facebook Live, so audience, if you want to have questions, you can send them through Facebook Live when we're live streaming. Also, go see our shows on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. We're live on americashg.org. We're live on Facebook live streaming. And we also have pre-recorded shows on YouTube, so you can go back and see our archives of all the shows that you've missed. Beyond June 11th, so when the affordable day for dental care is going to be gone, what can people do if they're struggling with dental health and don't have the funds or resources? Do you have any types of tips or any kind of things that people can do to try to keep up their dental health when they don't have maybe insurance or funds to do that?
Absolutely. We have resources on this day. When you come in, we'll take care of whatever you need that day. And then we have groups and organizations that are all around the country and in your communities the veterans may not be aware of. We give you information to seek either low-cost or no-cost dental care to kind of follow up to whatever Aspen Dental has done on that day. So yeah, we have resources and people that we work with. Again, there are thousands of them in each of the communities. So I can't list them all, but we have that information for you when you do come in to see us on that day, June 11th.
So how many people do you expect to see on June 11th?
Oh goodness, I would hope as many as we can. We do have appointments set up. They are filling up fast, I've been told. I know I looked at probably 3 or 4 of my office's schedules, and they are nearly full already. But we still have a week. But, I'm hoping to see 15, 20, 30,000 veterans across the nation on that day.
Wow.
I think that would be amazing.
I cannot stress enough. Go and call early, make an appointment. A few years ago, I went to go try to get care. This was probably about 7 or 8 years ago, I think I tried. And I think I did it maybe maybe 4 or 5 days in advance, and nowhere could I find a free spot. It was all the places were booked up. So call this number. Make sure you get this number down, 844-277-3646. It's 844-277-3646. Schedule an appointment at Aspen Dental, June 11th. That's when they're going to give out free dental care for any veteran who served this country. So I appreciate your time with us. And then, so tell us one more time. So what brings the most joy in your work every day?
Every day is doing something I know that is going to be very beneficial for again, any citizen really, and anybody that needs help. When I'm able to help them, that sparks major joy in my life, and I'm consider myself very lucky to not only be an Air Force veteran and have all those experiences, but to be able to touch patients and reach them and fix them and take care of their needs each day. It's a great career I had when I was in the Air Force, a lot of fun, but it's a great career that I have now being a dentist for this, for all our citizens in this great country, especially for the veterans on our day of service.
And don't forget, so when you go to Aspen Dental, make sure you also, if you don't have insurance or don't have any way of maintaining your dental health, make sure you ask about the resources that are available to you. There's resources that are beyond that day, beyond June 11th, that can help you maintain dental health. Dental health is important. Dental health is critical. It's really important. Once again, that phone number is 1-844-277-3646. That's 1-844-277-3646. Dr. Jere Gillan Jr., DMD, U.S. Air Force veteran and Aspen Dental practice owner with multiple offices in Orlando, Florida, talking about June 11th. We're going to have free dental care for any veteran across the country, no matter where you are. Just call, make the appointment, 844-277-3646. We appreciate your time and for coming on the show with us.
Well, thank you very much for having myself to represent Aspen Dental in this great day that we get to enjoy giving back to veterans. Sean, thank you so much.
I appreciate it. So once again, make sure that this is really important for veterans across the country, because one of the things that we are talking about today is making sure that veterans are connected to the benefits and resources that are available to them. This is a critical and a very important benefit that is free to all veterans across the country. 844-277-3646. 844-277-3646. Also, go on YouTube. Make sure you look at our previous shows on some of these topics, particularly when we're talking about dental health. There is a lot of legislation out there, out there to try to get the government to pay more attention to dental health and health, particularly when it comes to veterans. We've been talking about this for the last few years, but we haven't had a lot of movement yet on it. Thank God for people like for Dr. Gillian, who's out there giving us some help with dental health. But we need to do more, and we need to do better. Make sure that you get the health care that you deserve. Make sure you get the health care that's important to you. Don't neglect your teeth. 844-277-3646. Dr. Gillian, appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, sir. You guys take care.
All right. This is America's Heroes Group. We'll be right back.